it's time to go back to Dresden. So let's do that. I can actually teleport there, right? I think we are approaching the end of the game now. We should be looking at the final quest soon, right? Let's see what happens here in Dresden. Oh, it's Iomade again. Iomade's arrival is not the grand affair it was last time. The goddess simply materializes in front of you. Her face is serene, but her eyes look thoughtful. She nods to you in greeting, but does not seem to be in hurry to speak. My lady, the queen drops to one knee. By the light and the sword, I congratulate you on your victory, as one warrior to another. The Scary, the self-proclaimed usher of the apocalypse, was defeated in the World Wound at the entrance to his own realm. History will remember you as the hero who accomplished this feat, but you have the chance to achieve an even greater victory. You can rid Golarion of his bleeding wound once and for all. Okay. Let's say I want to set an example. I want to inspire others to fight against evil. Let's say that you have answered admirably, but do you truly know where your path will lead? I don't. Do you know what will happen to those who are inspired by your example? The last time we met, I tried to make you doubt the nature of your power. I wanted you to ask yourself where your road was leading you, and who benefited the most from your victories. However, you did not heed my words. My lady, the light of the sword, you have known me for 100 years, and in all this time, you have never denied me your blessing. Now I must ask you, what wrong has the commander committed? Why does he deserve your judgment? I am not here to judge. Still, I can see that many of you wish to say something. Do not be afraid, you may speak freely. Yes, we will speak freely, says Eliandra. We are living proof of everything the commander has done, all the kind and noble deeds he has performed. The commander has used his power for good, and that's what's truly important. The commander gave me freedom and vengeance against those responsible for my captivity. That's Yaniel now. When I die, it will be with the knowledge that the blood of Dresden's defenders was not spilled in vain. The suffering of my friends, the sacrifices we made, it was all worth in the end. Berengar, I was walking through the wastelands alone. I had lost all confidence in the crusade, and my heart was troubled. I worried we were becoming the very thing we vowed to fight. My faith remained strong, but I had lost my sense of purpose until I met the commander. He gave me a reason to keep fighting. Eliandra, when the servants of Pelura lacked compassion, the commander taught us the meaning of mercy. He also rescued me from my imprisonment in the Abyss and helped me to defend my temple and my life's work. Lariel, the commander saved me from the flames. He rescued me from a life of torture and suffering. He was a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope when all hope was lost. Just as you did, my lady, I had doubts about the commander. I let my doubts get the better of me, but then I recognized my mistake. Targona, Sekar saved me. He encouraged me to believe in myself, to stay strong. He healed me from the corruption that flowed through my veins. If an angel with a demonic wing can withstand the influence of the Abyss, why can't a mortal do the same? I understand. Right, I have accomplished much, but there is still much to do. You have answered like a true warrior of light. Now, heed my words. It is easy to be righteous when everyone around you believes you to be righteous. It is easy to follow the path of truth if you believe a mighty deity has granted you power. If you think you have been chosen for a greater purpose. But it is much harder to walk this path when heaven has turned away from you. This was not a test, but if it had been, you would have passed it with flying colors. Now, I know that you will not stray from this path. You will not be swayed from your convictions, not even if a higher power expresses their disapproval. I see now that you do not need anyone else to tell you what is right and wrong. Now, there is usually only one route to angelic ascension. The candidate dies and stands trial before the gods. But you have already earned your place among the angelic hosts. You were created to serve the Abyss, but you have chosen your own destiny. Ooh, that looks like another mythic power. The words of the goddess and the joyful approval of your friends and allies ignite a bright flame within your soul. My eyes, when I went looking for a holy sword down in the caves, I had no idea that I would someday see its light materialize into a living being. Okay, I can see that you prefer the path of mercy and protecting your companions from evil. I pronounce you the righteous angel of salvation. Now that I will be happy to welcome you into heaven after your earthly deeds are completed, if you so desire. I'm gonna say, perhaps I'll accept your invitation someday, but right now there's still much to do on Golarion. I understand. Now I'll bid you farewell. Your final battle awaits, the battle for all of Golarion against the World Wound and the Abyss. You have everything you need to win this fight. Go with my blessing. May your efforts be successful. The light within. Completed. Oh. The gates of Dresden are open wide, and the army that came back from east is standing before you. Hundreds of eyes are watching you triumphant return to the city. Once in a while you spot a flash of white feathers or a shining nimbus among the simple garb of the townsfolk and the dull gleam of the Crusaders' armor. Angels stand on the cobblestones of Dresden shoulder to shoulder with mortals, just like in the days of the First Crusade. When the Crusaders who have returned from east catch sight of them, they exchange astonished whispers. The Crusaders of men have watched you and follow with hope and reverence. They greet you with welcoming shouts and enthusiastic salutes.
Welcome. I see you have returned. You once again saved me from death, and our army from inglorious defeat. I may have been the one to call this crusade, but it was you who became its very soul and chief strategist of the entire campaign. All hail the commander! Long live our hero!
Right, well, I think we are going to be a bit rough with Queen Galfrey, because... Alright, you have finally recognized my achievements.
I admit it. Doubting you was a mistake.
Oh, there you go.
But now the crusade must face Threshold. It is time for the final confrontation. The last bloody and decisive battle. Few of us will come back alive. Give us all a few words before you lead us on what is to be our final push.
A multitude of eyes is watching you with hope and pride in silent expectation. Okay. So I can say, and I can say, I stand before you not trying to hide what I am, not the chosen of Iomade like many thought, but your Knight Commander still. I'm the one who defeated countless demons and will defeat many more. Evil will find no purchase on this ground, and I will never stop pursuing it. Or, I do not know who you believe. I am what you see in me. Oh, I do not know who you believe I am, what you see in me, or whether you are still willing to follow me despite knowing I am not heaven's chosen. But one thing has always been and will always be true. It is the lives that can still be saved that matter to me the most. I must protect Mendef and Golarion from the threat of the Abyss. And I will not falter. Okay, it's kind of the same, saying the same thing. Let's just say this. Your words provoke a wave of battle cries and zealous prayers. I will take you to the threshold and beyond. I believe we will close the world wound, but there will still be much evil in the world after this victory. And I will not put away my sword. I will make sure Dresden remains the bastion of good and order on Golarion. Or I can say, it will be an honor for me to fight alongside you, but I have to say the Threshold campaign will be my last venture as your commander. We'll finish our task, rid of the world wound, and then sheath our swords and go back to a life of peace where I will pursue a different path. I don't really know. I think this is my last campaign as the commander. I think Galfrey will be maybe finally competent to do this job herself, so... The people's eyes seem to glow with sudden warmth. They are clearly touched by the reminder that there will be life after the war. The wound originated at the threshold, and that's where it will end. Shoulder to shoulder, blade to blade, soul to soul. We are one, and that means we are unstoppable. Or darkness will flee before us, for we are the light. Let's just say this. The assembled host takes up your motto and starts repeating it again and again, turning it into a song, a battle hymn that soars toward the sky. Oh, it's the storyteller. Could Arilo Vorlesh have known who you would become? She claimed you as her creation. She infused you with blood essence taken from the dead lords of the Abyss. But you have now soared above the world of angels' wings. There is great power inside you, Commander. The power of compassion, the power of healing, the power of redemption. You have become the Crusaders' guiding light, and they will follow you, Star, keeping the hope alive in their hearts, always protecting it. Just like they will always protect one another. Oh, it's Greybor. You know, Commander, I've just made a most curious discovery. I have a habit of walking around the fortress every once in a while to make sure it is secure. I keep an eye out for any weak spots or vulnerabilities. Well, on my last security check, I decided to inspect the Warden's keys, and I found something on one of them. Graber produces a tiny ball of some yellowish substance. Wax. The servants complained that this key had been sticking recently, and no wonder. Someone took a wax mold of this key, but then they didn't remove all of the wax. Some of it probably got into the lock. But guess which door this key opens? I'll give you a hint. There is only one other copy of this key, and it's hanging from your belt because it's the key to your personal chambers. It seems that someone wanted to get inside without permission. Either you have a mysterious admirer lying in ambush beside your bed, or you're being hunted by an assassin. They've managed to get quite close to their target, so they clearly have skills even if they are a bit careless. Okay. Who's behind this attempt on my life? Unfortunately, I don't know the identity of the client, but the fact that your enemy found their way inside the fortress and managed to get this close to you makes me think that you are being hunted by a true professional. There is a high likelihood that they are a member of a guild. What makes you so sure that we're dealing with an assassin? I did briefly consider the possibility that it could be a thieving servant. However, I doubt anyone in Dresden would be brave enough to rob you. The only explanation is that someone wants you dead. What do you think I should do? I think you should let your enemies try. Their agents have already infiltrated our ranks, so it will be difficult to prevent an attack. They'll make an attempt on your life sooner or later. Don't let your guard down, don't walk around unarmed, don't stand near windows, only eat fresh fruit and vegetables, and only drink spring water that has been collected by one of our most trusted allies. I doubt the assassins will wait long. The attempt on your life will likely happen on the first night you spend in your chambers. Keep your weapon at the ready, and I will, with your consent, stand guard outside your room without drawing attention. Do I have your permission? Okay, guard my chambers. You've made the right decision. I'll find a good hiding place near your chambers. I don't want to scare anyone away. Interesting. Okay, so we're back in Dresden. And the price of loyalty. Get ready for the imminent attempt on the commander's life. What else do we have to do? A refugee from the past. I can't do that. The last steps. Launch the final assault on the Threshold Fortress. Yeah. That's done. This is what we just talked about. Endgame. Develop all aspects of the crusade to the maximum. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that. Key crystal. The key crystal resembles crystals used by Arilu Vorlesh in her laboratory. It is strange to see such an item in ease, far away from the magic device which it likely belongs to. Oh, I don't know what to do with that. There is a lot I have to do. We have to level up and get rid of all this crap and see what items we can start using from these adventures in Ease, the Enigma and Nameless Ruins. But maybe let's just go. Should I go to the chamber and rest? Well, I'm gonna save it here. So what happens if I go to bed? Will I be attacked? Oh yeah, that's the assassin. I've got the invisibility spell on me. He couldn't sneak out of his chambers past me. And here is the unwelcome intruder, lone assassin. Lone assassin. The assassin lies on the floor, spluttering and gasping for breath. He reaches out feebly for his sword, but to no avail. It's nothing personal, my dear colleague. Lie still, don't do anything stupid, and we'll let you die with dignity. Don't execute him just yet, Commander. This assassin could prove useful. He might be a valuable source of information. Okay. Are you ready to answer my question? Peace off. Shouldn't have said that. Now I'll have to make you bleed. A pity. I'm wearing my new gloves today and I don't want to ruin them. Diplomacy 50. Lore nature. Athletics. 8. Beat the assassin with an inch of his life. You will tell us everything. Oh, it's evil though. Let's use diplomacy first. Success. The failed assassin shakes his head in disbelief, but there is a flicker of hope in his eyes. He remains silent for a moment, and then nods resignedly. Ask your question and I'll tell you everything. Who are you? I am Loxter Dowley from Gald. I joined the Crusaders 8 years ago, but I used to be an investigator. When I lived in Gald, I served the Cabinet of Schools, our nation-ruling council. I hunted down our enemies. Plutocrats, foreign spies, traitors of the revolution. I served my homeland as best I could. Then there was a coup. Citizen Gauss seized control of Gold. That scoundrel formed the Revolutionary Council and accused the old regime of betraying the nation. They began to hunt down people like me. Well, the Grey Gardens found me. They were the official guard of the Golden Revolution, and its most bloodthirsty executioners. They said that if I confessed publicly and told everyone about the crimes committed by the Cabinet of Schools, they would spare my life. If I refused, I would be executed along with my family. They were good at their job, those pigs. I could either rot in prison or sentence my family to death, so I signed everything they asked me. Okay, I just wanted to know who's behind the attack. You don't have to tell me your whole life story. Okay, they locked me up in a dungeon, but then someone made me an offer. I don't know who they were, but they must have had important connections among Gold's politicians and social elite. They told me that they would give me my freedom if I worked for them. They didn't tell me exactly the nature of their work, but I could guess. If they wanted me, it probably meant they needed someone to do their dirty work. I agreed, and the next day I was sent to Mendev under escort. The official story was that the nation had granted me a chance to atone for my crimes, and that I would have the right to return to my homeland after 20 years of exemplary service. My employers have only reached out to me twice since then. The first time I had to take care of an overly eager inquisitor in Canabras, who was poking around in the Tower of Estrod. And the second time, I received an order to kill you. They clearly know how to recruit and manage a large network of agents. They found an expert, rescued him from the deadly dungeons of Gold, and then placed him in Mendev, undercover until they needed him. And they've only used him twice in 8 years. They must have plenty of other agents in their disposal. Okay. Who hired you? I don't know. I was contacted anonymously and I was instructed to destroy the letter upon receiving them. The only names they gave me were the names of my victims. Why did you try to kill me? I received a letter. I was promised a large amount of gold for your head. And I have family back in Gold. Do you know what it is like living in fear that you will be taken away? You never know when they will come for you. Anyone can be accused of treachery against the revolution, associating with the nation's enemies, or having disloyal thoughts. I wanted to get out there. I wanted a peaceful place to live, so I agreed. It was for money, so what if you disapprove? I don't care. How did you get into my chambers? I've done things like this before. This place is designed to keep out invading armies, but a single skilled assassin can slip through easily. I studied the patrol routes, stuck to the shadows, and the guards were none the wiser. After you've killed me, were you supposed to meet them in a specific location to get paid? Yes, at a place on the high road that leads west from Dresden. It's called the Dry Crossroads. It's a quiet, inconspicuous spot. I know the place. We need to flush them out of hiding and finish off the remaining assassins. And it should be just the two of us. The more people we bring with us, the less chance we have of taking them by surprise. His voice, we don't need this anymore. Okay. I'm not sure if I trust Greybear now. Why is he saying it should be only two of us? Oh, I don't know. My trust is fairly low for everybody. I don't trust you. Well, anyway, the guy can... I'm sorry, bro, but this is... I mean, I can't let him go. I mean, that would be... I wish there was an option to put him in prison, but... there wasn't, so... I don't think letting him go was a viable option there, because that would mean possibly that he would go and, I don't know, tell
Thus,
his
I have scientifically.
employers
What? You've done it already? Did you?
that I know about them or something. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna level up, get rid of those items that I don't need, see if there are any items from the last endeavors that I could wear, and then we'll be back and we'll do this quest. We'll try to do this key crystal quest and where's the price of loyalty? There we go. So be right back. So we're outside Dresden and we need to get to this location, Dry Crossroads. An inconspicuous spot on the road that leads west from Dresden, where the road crosses the bed of a long dried river. So how do I get there? No? Oh, there we go. No, wrong route. The price of loyalty. The two of us should go on from here, Commander. If we see descent in a crowd, we'll scare them off. Okay, that is extremely suspicious, that. Maybe I should save it. Oh. One of ours. Horzala. Ah, so it's the Assassin's Guild. The first time you have seen Horzala in person, she looks at you in surprise, and you can sense her displeasure. What are you doing here? Oh, you were expecting someone else? Well, then you should have hired someone more competent. That pathetic fool didn't stand a chance, but you're in luck. You happen to be talking to a professional assassin. I'm willing to complete the contract if you make me a member of your Assassin's Guild. You've got potential, shorty. Finish the job and I'll give you a place of honor in the guild. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought he would betray us. Ah. Like, okay, so I thought we got along well. Why do you want me dead? Father will see how wrong he was. I thought I was asking Graber this question. Father will see how wrong he was about me. He'll reward me with his favor when I present him with your head. It will be the greatest of Baphomet's daughters once more, and that half-mortal upstart Vorlesh will crawl on her knees before me. I'll rout the armies of the Lady in Shadow, then I'll cut down the Scary's lackeys and take his army for myself, and once that's done, it will be your turn, Crusaders. I'll make you kneel before the Lord of Beasts. Right, Graber, you betrayed me? Let me explain, Commander. I don't like you. Our values do not align. You did not prove yourself to be a tough leader, you did not share Graber's opinions, and you failed to win his loyalty. And our partnership has been a difficult one. I thought about breaking our contract for some time now. When I discovered that someone was going to make an attempt on your life, I immediately guessed that Horzala was involved, so I concocted a plan. I eliminated her agent, lured you into a trap, and now I will collect the bounty on your head. You are not the first of our enemies to fall at the hands of their own comrade. You don't have to go to the abyss to find traitors. There are plenty of them among the ranks of the Crusaders. Okay. Well, you have no honor and no principles. You are just like every other hired killer. You're wrong. I do have principles, but my principles don't prohibit me from killing people for money. It's no different than killing for an idea or the order of your sovereign. The orders of your sovereign or for the glory or deity or to save your own life. Okay. Well, there is need for violence. Give him a good beating before you finish him off. I see you're ready to fight. Sweet dreams, Commander. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, you don't really stand a chance, I'm afraid. Even without all my buffs, I should still be much more powerful. What's going on? Oh, it's the rest of my party. Well, now you stand no chance at all. Now you're done. Amber, what are you doing? Shoot!
Victory is worth the pain. Night.
Oh, you got last stand out of me though. Oh, he's got last stand too. I almost forgot about that. That's fine. I'm not gonna live for very long now. And you got last stand out of him as well.
Victory is worth the pain.
Sucks. I need you to cast a healing spell or it's just gonna get very difficult. They are running away. Greybor is dead. What are you doing? Stop. Can you heal yourself by any chance? Okay, never mind. Well, what a shame. Oh, there's more. This isn't how it was supposed to end. Why are you so damn strong, mortal? It's all because of you, Shorty, you brainless worm. If you didn't stop my assassin from doing his job, the commander would be dead already, but now everything has gone wrong, and it's all because of your stupid greed. We both underestimated our opponent. Don't put all the blame on me. Okay. Well, I have no mercy for demons, that's for sure. I hate you. Oh, how I hate you all. Well, Greybor, I'm sorry, but there is no place for traitors and you're too dangerous to stay alive. It was a good plan, even though it didn't work out. Sweet dreams. Well, it wasn't a good plan, because I knew from the beginning you were a traitor. Well, not from the beginning, but I knew when you said it's just me and you. It's just gonna be the two of us. We're gonna go there and check out who's done it. I mean, like, that's a big giveaway, isn't it? That is a massive giveaway, bro. What a shame. Well, anyway, I guess we can go back to Dresden now and launch the final assault on the Threshold Fortress. Oh, and this key crystal, that's also what I need to do. So let's head back to Dresden. And I'll see you there. So Greybor is gone. We're back in Dresden. And apparently to do this quest, Key Crystal, the key crystal resembles crystals used by Arilu Voresh in her laboratory. It is strange to see such an item in East, far away from the magical device with which it likely belongs. So we have to go to Arilu's lab. So I have to teleport. Where do I teleport? Here? Here? Probably here, right? Let's do that. Random encounter. Okay, sucks. It should be a fast one though. Yeah. They're already running in fear. Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, no. Actually, one more. Done. Let's use a restoration spell. Ooh, 8 wisdom. Wait, something's still alive. Where is it? Okay. Get out of here. Some of us are fatigued, but we have lay on hands to deal with that. So back in the lab. And now where do we need to put this? Ah! So we have 2 crystals. So let's start with the top one. Place the key crystal or place experiment transformation. Let's start with this one.
Day 28. Cullis drill. 4606. Experiment. Transformation. Subject. Arilu Vorlesh. Human female. With a clear affinity for arcane magic. Objective. To fuse a mortal soul with the essence of the abyss. Predicted result. The formation of a full-fledged half-demon on the basis of a mortal being. Potential risks unknown. The death of the subject is extremely likely. I will continue to monitor the experiment for as long as I can.
So that's how Arilu became the half demon that she is now. Ooh. And now this opens some kind of a portal. Interesting. What's this?
A person can be in possession of the greatest treasure and never understand its worth. A person can live the happiest days of their life and not know that it will come to an end.
Is this Arilu's home? Child's drawings, a wooden horse, a flower. What's this? The handwriting in this note is very similar to that on the pages of the Lexicon of Paradox. I knew you would get through the log, so I hid the wand of teleportation elsewhere. I thought we agreed no excursions to the outside world until after your transmutation lesson. Well, this is weird. Old map. This map seems to depict a region of Sarkoris before the opening of the wound. Okay. What else? Looks like that's it. On this side. And here. Wait, what was that? How bizarre. Ooh. I can't get through that. Weird. What should I do? Let me think about it. So it looks like the only way to get through here would be by using Dimension Door, but the only character from my party that has this spell is Walgif, and I don't have him in my party. So not really sure what to do. There's no way back. Well, I think we're making progress or not. We're not making progress. We're not making any progress now. This little magic area. No. Maybe I've got a scroll. Maybe I have a scroll, you know? Oh yeah, mass, dimension door mass. Who can use that? You can use that. Okay, that was not good. Come on. Stand here. Let's use the scroll. Hey, that worked. Right. What about you? Oh, fine. What else is here? More loot. More scrolls. Nothing else in this room. I've already seen that. Where am I supposed to go then? Ah! There we go, another portal. What is this?
When planting a seedling, give it soil, space, and moisture. Nothing can grow in cramped captivity.
Is this me? Oh. How did that happen? Is there anything else outside? Nothing else outside. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Take me back. Looks like an exit. There's more loot here. Alright, let's go inside this hut. Oh, what's this?
Questions, questions. What is to be done with vanquished foes? What is to be done with treacherous friends? I know the answers to these and to many more questions.
Interrogation record. Denunciation. The prisoner Aurelio Vorles is covertly preparing a ritual of unthinkable scale. Yeah, that unfortunately that happened. The Code of the Hunters of Threshold. Now, who's this ghost? Setre Devimai. Forgiveness, I beg you forgiveness. Nobody else should suffer for what I've done. I had to protect the people of Sarkoris. I killed... Who are you? Insects, chittering, squirming, eating my eyes out. I can see through them, yes I can, although they are no longer in my sockets. They eat and I watch until the end. Sarkoris, blessed by the gods. Sarkoris, I was supposed to protect you. For you, I fought unholy sorcerers, witches, and all the others who taint the sanctity of magic. I defended you. I did what I had to do. I killed because I had to. Why did I... What did I do wrong? Only half of our unit returned, unjustified. We thought the witch would be alone. I didn't know I killed her, but I had no idea who I was killing. What are you seeking forgiveness for? My name is Setray Devimai of the Foundlast clan. I'm a witch hunter, the first hunter of Threshold. I chased them, found them, finished them out of their holes, their hidden lairs, broke their spells, crushed their defenses. The first, the best, I fought entire covens by myself. I led an army of my brothers in arms to battle, but then this death I killed. Oh, if only I hadn't killed. What are you talking about? Okay, insects. She led me walking arm in arm with me. My eyes were gone, but I could still hear the screams. She described what I could not see. Ease, dying light, the step, a Vescavor swarm descending upon the last unit, still trying to hold the line. She said, "Here are the cultists dancing and raising their daggers to stab their prisoners through the heart. Here is the last bastion of your clan, the Foundlast. Do you want to know what happened to them, Hunter?" I didn't want to. I couldn't help but ask. Am I to blame for this? Okay. I can say, show the stern hand. Do you recognize this? This is my hand. How stern its grip was. Men and women knew it, witches and sorcerers alike. It was not my hand, it was the hand of Sarkoris itself. I can say you are insane. As if awakened by your voice, the ghost raises his head and speaks in the assertive tone of someone accustomed to giving orders. I am Setray Devimai of the Foundless clan, the first hunter of Threshold, protector of Sarkoris. I am the witch's nemesis, the best hunter of my land. I received an order to capture the witch Aril Vorlesh, and I carried out that order. I brought her to the Threshold as a prisoner. I killed the witch accomplice. I killed him. You've been stuck in this world for too long. Let go of your past and go to face Pharasma's judgment. You forgive me? Yeah, I do. I guess. Anyway, let's continue exploring. Upon. Thick smoke rises from the brazier before you. Who disturbs my restless vigil? A friend? A foe? It doesn't matter. I haven't spoken with anyone in so long. I would be happy to hear the sound of any living voice. Who are you? My name was Opon, and I was a talented spellcaster. One of the most powerful in the land of Sarkoris. I was also the most arrogant. I believed that I could always escape from the hunters of Threshold, and that my talent would never fail me. What a hollow, misguided belief. The hunters eventually caught me and locked me in this cursed prison, and I died within its walls. Now I am here, bound to this brazier for all eternity, in a place that looks like a cell, like the cell where I spent 10 years of my life and died. I've seen a letter of denunciation signed by you. Yes, I informed on her. I told the guards about the ritual she was working on. I tried to prevent the inevitable, but it was too late. That was a commendable thing to do. It's bad it failed to prevent the catastrophe, but you did your duty honestly. This sounds almost like words of comfort, not what I expected from you. You seem to have decided I feel pity for Open and want to tell him something nice, but pity is the worst of all emotions. I just acknowledge the merits of those who deserve it. How can I help you? I don't know for sure. I'm bound by a powerful spell and my own uneasy conscience. Both are keeping my soul from going down the path that all souls must follow, but you can try and smash this brazier. Perhaps it will set me free or kill me. There's something else I will ask you. Do you recognize this ring? Yes, it's my ring. It's been so long since I felt its cool embrace around my finger. Cetri de Mivi's wolf took it, along with a chunk of my flesh. You repaired it, I'm glad. So you wanted to start the rebellion in Sarkoris? Yes, I did. I didn't want violence, but I guess I knew from the start that it was unavoidable. I just wanted to make everyone admit that we were people too. I wanted them to stop hunting us down and imprisoning us, but great changes never come without bloodshed. Aurelio Voles received your letter calling for rebellion. If only I would know back then what Aurelio would do, I would have declared her enemy, not the elders of Sarkoris. Her crimes are 100 times more serious, although both stem from the same place, from the violence and anger that our kinfolk used against those who practice arcane magic. It was Sarkoris' own poison that led to its downfall. People always said I was too sentimental to be a rebel, but without compassion, how would we be any different from our enemies? Or from the evil monsters we were accused of being? I was caught like a fool, but I have nothing to be ashamed of. I have to say what to do with you. Right, you deserve to rest in peace. Thank you, I don't know what lies ahead of me. The afterlife or oblivion, but either way, thank you. Okay. What's this?
There are questions that are better left unasked. There are memories that ought to rouse a storm in your soul, but instead, you look into them and see nothing but emptiness. Unknowing is the worst punishment. Knowing, on the other hand, knowing is eternal, unabated pain.
We will get you one day, betrayer of humanity. Then you'll learn what true punishment and pain are.
Hello.
Hello. You wanted me to end up here, didn't you? That's why you led me to find the crystal.
Yes, I did. But I did not drag you here by force. I have never done that. I could give you a hint, prompt you, but never force you. You asked me a question, and I answered. Now answer mine. When you were there, standing near the crib inside my ruined home, what did you feel?
Oh. Closeness to mystery.
So be it. So be it.
Where are you now?
I am where everything began. Threshold. Do not worry, I will not flee when you come here, not again. You will come, won't you? One of us must burn, so that the other may live, and the wound may be eliminated. I have another question for you. The hunter from Threshold. His ghost was imprisoned here. Why did you do what you did to him? I see. It was not I who killed him, made him a ghost, and imprisoned him here. He took his own life, and his guilty conscience did the rest. And yet he asked you for forgiveness. That is odd. It makes no sense.
Why did you show me all that? You're past the prison. You wanted me to pity you?
Pity? Me? I did not throw the country that betrayed me into the demon's maw in order to be pitied. I did not do it even for revenge. I simply made a promise.
Everyone needs to be pitied sometimes. People who say they don't want it seem to need it more than anyone else. Maybe if someone pitied you back then, 100 years ago, there wouldn't be a world wound, or a demon invasion, or any other horrible things.
Indeed. I was the fearsome witch Threshold's hunters were after. I began studying rifts and soul-changing forces long before they knocked on my door. I had no intention of applying such knowledge at the time, but some temptations are nigh onto impossible to resist. And one more thing I'd like to ask you. Why did you do what you did to that little traitor, Opon?
Let's say I'm not telling ya. Because there's only two other options and I don't like them.
He stabbed me in the back. But I didn't punish him for that, oh no. He was punished for lacking the courage to fight for his own freedom, and for choosing to grovel before his executioners. Now he is an eternal prisoner. What could be more appropriate? It is so odd to realize that I once cared about so many things. That ideas like justice and revenge used to mean something.
I have nothing more to discuss with you.
Farewell then. Threshold awaits.
Oh, see ya. So we learned a bit of Rilu and her past. Another experiment. So it's not me, it was her son? Or maybe it was me. When you find yourself next to a strange wound-like furrow in the ground, you feel a chill come over you. There's nothing else here. I can go back to the lab. What if I go here? Oh. Okay, well, so we learned a bit more about Arilu and her past. So there's only one quest left. Well, two. Endgame. Develop all aspects of the crusade. And launch the final assault on the threshold. So I'm gonna go back to Dresden, assemble my best party. And then we are going to proceed with the final mission of the game. There it is, threshold. Last barrier. Maybe I should build a teleport here. Or, well, build whatever. Let's build this Hall of Champions. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to Dresden now. And then our final, what looks to be the final episode awaits at the threshold. So I will see you there.